Absolutely. Anyway, it was locked in, so I guess we
they're
don't
all
have any
set.
problems. We can start off in any. I think it's one of them's consistently
Yeah, I
disconnecting
did
for some
see that there are
reason.
like a lot of question marks next to the
Yeah.
player in game names. So
Yeah, we can just go blind now. I think someone just keeps stopping the the game, having fun with us.
tech guy is
Yeah,
helping
we
us
already
right
have.
now.
No, I think we already have the picks locked in. We can just go straight into normal. No need to draft. Yeah, we can just go ahead and start the
Yeah,
same picks.
we already saw everything. So
Yeah, we can go ahead and start it up. Not the draft. Okay. Okay, as we were, let's go ahead and analyze that a bit. Do you remember some of the picks that we did see?
ELITE8 on Adagio probably because if utility, he could be. I'm usually looking at team fight scenarios. So assuming that there is a team fight, Adagio could either be initiate for the damage dealer to have more attack, more attack, and he could also be used for escape because speed boost and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
My tip would be take him down first or take the tank down first, just because you wouldn't want someone either helping the damage dealers or a tank frontlining, and you won't be able to put the skills on the champions and enemies that you want.
Yeah, I actually really like Ventura here, with what they have. We have a fortress. We have a Finn as their front lines. Strong jungle pressure from the fortress, of course, and that Finn has been winning a lot of the games, a lot of the team fights that has been happening throughout the day, and I don't expect it to drop anytime soon from the pick phase.
So Finn seems to be promising lately, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we have to wait and see what these teams are going to be pulling off. Of course, we have some very powerful picks here for Ventura. Let's see if they can use that, especially with the kinetic. Something I'm really looking forward
I
to.
know. I don't usually see kinetic being picked up just because kinetic usually gets banned. So
Yeah.
let's see how promising the player behind kinetic will be.
That is a big question. Like, can you flank around kinetic? We'll have to wait and see as we go into the map.
The match, the game.
Of course, that's
Here we go.
ELITE8 Esports versus Ventura. Let's get into the game.
Alright, here we go. Game just started. Again, guys, this is Ventura versus ELITE8 Esports.
That's right. Of course, no surprises here with initial fighting. They will be playing a bit more aggressively if they want to get ahead. And I think Ventura does have the ability to do so.
That is true. I'm gonna keep my eye on the restoration here just because I know his hooks will be super useful through the mid and late part of the game should the game reach the late game.
Yeah, Ventura opting for a 5-man start in the mid lane. He's putting up a lot of pressure. No notices of the buff as of yet, but Uridophobia looks like he's going to be in a bad position, although Ventura, oh no, the kinetic getting dug into. A lot of damage taken, but of course there's still some safety.
Mr. Like God trying to get some damage earlier, and Handegos was down, but good thing he was able to back away. And here we can see again in Kinetic just roaming around, probably going to the bot to farm.
Exactly. Of course, the Samuel's still in the mid lane. Very stable, very strong hero picks. No surprises there. And again, this is what...
Handegos though.
Yeah, I know.
I get anxious because you know his health, but it's okay. He's a rival.
That's just how they play. They play edgy, and they are actually paying the price for that. Although, of course, official Hane is gonna suffer a lot of damage as well for that.
Uridophobia and Handegos targeting that crystal trend. Official Hein going to have to go back because he is low on health, roughly 10%.
Yep, a lot of the very important hitters here for ELITE8 is actually doing quite well. They're not suffering too many casualties, and if they keep this up, they are going to be in a pretty good position up to the mid to late game.
About what you said earlier about Ventura with the early game aggression, I do agree, and I think they're being aggressive in a smart way.
Yeah,
like they were able to take control of the mid lane for a while because ELITE8 had to go back for a bit. Like they were free in the lanes, but too much damage, and they just couldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, but on the top lane though, I think this Fortress is in a very bad position here. He goes down for first blood.
First blood goes to Elite 8.
Yeah, very good first blood onto the Tony. Very useful. And
Too bad Restoration wasn't able to respond though. He's there!
He was just there. Almost. Made it, but will only be a bother as he's also getting taken down quite easily by Elite 8 here. That first blood definitely gave him some pressure, some confidence in the pressure.
And you could see that they're putting cameras all over the map. Again, map awareness is useful, just as useful as getting enough EXP to be able to push your lanes, to be able to shove through your lanes, and get a hold of your enemies.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, they're using the range as well on the Tony, and of course, they're using it very, very effectively.
Here we go. I'm looking at the mid lane. Typical skirmishes.
Yeah, mid lane pushes there by Elite 8. They're trying to find someone who might be doing Crystal Trend. They timed that quite well. As it did spawn, they will take it. And I think this should be contested. They're giving away too much, and they give up a kill while they were trying to defend. Finn here gonna be in a very bad situation. Restoration trying to block as much, but that did not do anything at all.
That was such an easy kill earlier, like from 24. I could see the Restoration was almost taken down as well, but it's a good thing that he was able to escape, probably because of his tankiness.
Yeah,
but we could see how in sync the skills were.
Yeah, I mean, Samuel didn't even have the ultimate at that point where he couldn't put everyone to sleep. He can get Oblivion down and therefore no safety at all. They gave away another Crystal Trent, and of course Elite 8 gonna get their own at this point in the game.
You can see that while Ventura did have the early game advantage earlier, we could see that Elite 8 with that on-point map awareness, that on-point duo diving and killing their enemies.
There you go,
They
Mr.
have the
10.
control for now.
On that kinetic, securing that Trent as well. But they will go in back for a fight. It's 3v3, but everyone's definitely lower on side of Ventura. Here's Restoration.
Low on health, and he goes down.
Yep, Restoration doing a lot, scaring off a lot of the members of Elite 8. They're still going hard. I think Official Hane on Tony. He's very strong. He goes on to 24, and they will pay for it though. The rest of their team gonna get AoE there by the Finn, and of course Finn is one of those strong front lines. They are going around him in the back line,
Official
and
Hands goes down. Hanjika shan't escape. Mr. Laika still on stealth, trying to get the kill and dives in, got resisted.
Wow.
Wow.
They're still going.
though.
We've been fighting here for the past 1.5 minutes, and we're still not done. Everyone's coming in one by one,
And that was
just wow. That was a double kill. In the end of the day, all the kills went over to the side of Elite 8.
That is true.
That was a
truly
clown
something. That
fiesta right
was
there.
smart, actually. I can't even. Yeah, that was a
Yeah, that was smart for Elite Esports. Not surprised at all. They were taking fights very well, and they were gauging who and what to target, and I think that was very important.
Yeah, that's
in
true.
that fight.
Ghosting has landed because whoever. I think Ventura should get this should they want to be able to push. But if Elite 8 does want to hold their advantage, they could get it right now. You can see two people lurking from Ventura, definitely eyeing that Ghost Wing.
Yeah, they're definitely going around that. And of course, in the mid lane fights, they're just waiting, and Stealth is going to be popped. Will he feel it though? That's a big question. In the mid lane, they did pick up Fortress once more. On the top lane, they did pick up Fortress. And again, more advantages going over to Elite 8. Their composition is becoming steadily stronger by the minute.
That is true. That is something you would want to look out for. The longer the game gets, you see that Elite is now capturing the Ghost Wing. They will have to push in the health advantage. Right?
Oh man, that was a great bait there on the side. Making sure that they friend the Ghost Wing. They're taking their sweet time, and the Ghost Wing does get captured by Ventura, I think.
Hanjika is definitely low on health. 24 trying to take him down, but Official Hines saves the day. Mr. Like God tries to do the follow-up and trying to protect his teammate, and we could see the stealth has been popped.
Oh wow!
Just so Handigers can be preserved.
Wow, that was a lot of falling. That was a lot of people falling down on the side of Ventura, but they did get Ghostwing for their efforts. That they will be able to defend this lane just for a moment here. Fortress trying to block off as he can, but he's getting ignored completely. Oh my dear, what the heck is happening here? That was
He was roughly like 50% down on his health. Is it probably internet stuff? But
yeah, that was.
I wouldn't want that to happen to me because he was attacking me, but he was attacking the creep.
Yeah, that was maximum disrespect as well. That Vox just ignoring the Fortress completely. That was.
Hey, it could be tactical. Don't judge.
Could have been tactical. They were. They did get the tower down to a very low HP pool. So maybe that was definitely.
They're probably targeting the turret and not the enemy itself.
Yeah, they definitely are targeting the turret, and I think in that situation that was actually quite smart. Having the turret down, and at this point of the game, we're almost nearing 10 minutes, and that turret's about to go. So
things are about to get loose. We could see that 4 members of Ventura here at the mid lane targeting Handigers. Mortal wounds getting popped up. Officialheim trying to go on the front line.
And of course, there's a great fight here for ELITE8 taking out all the members of Ventura here, taken at 20%. There's no one that can face the Vox one-on-one, and they just got whittled down so easily. Kinetic has no front line, and he will be left to face off 5 members of ELITE8, and someone does go down under the tower even. Man, oh man, what a fight there for ELITE8.
Really nice play by ELITE8. Really
Yeah.
smart, actually. You can see that Ventura was actually the first team to group over and be at the mid lane, but ELITE8 was able to respond just as fast and just as smart.
Yeah, the Wolves gonna be sent out to try and scout him out as well, but that is not gonna be a problem here. Kills are becoming a thing of ease here. Or on the side of ELITE8, they're taking fights left and right. They don't care if they're out of position. They don't care if they're low health.
That is true. And Officialheim and Urainphobia just targeting this weapon. Trent, double impact, trying to follow MeSA like that along with Restoration.
Yep, that Flicker is definitely playing with fire there as they both wait. Both teams are waiting around there for next Ghostwing. They will be they apparently ELITE8 doesn't care. They will be fighting off again. And Ghostwing is going down really fast.
They might want to be careful because of course we are bound to see another team fight right here. Mr. Nega goes definitely low on health. One's charging and
oh my god, they are still going
low on
fine.
health.
They're still fighting. Everyone's low, but they don't care. ELITE8, they still want to take the fight. Ghostwing still not down. They are baiting up Ventura quite easily. The back line is in danger. Oh my god, the front line also goes down. That Finn was not long for this world. Samuel.
24 trying to escape, but he's being followed by Mr. Legat and he goes down.
Man,
Free Ghostwing for ELITE8.
ELITE8's team fighting is just phenomenal. They know when to take a fight and they know that they can win even though they're very low on health.
Yes, that was something I actually want to point out because I actually didn't want them to go into the team fight first just because of their health, but I could see how much they were able to pull it off. Like, we can do this with this health.
Yeah, and I think that's also very smart to bait Ventura basically into forcing a team fight even though they're very much behind. And now just because of that, look at that goal lead. It is phenomenal. We are like 12,000 no, almost 8,000. Math, what happened? Anyway.
You can math, don't worry.
Yeah, so basically what happened here is the Ghostwing bait. It forced a lot of Ventura into an uncomfortable team fight. And you can see the result right there. Just so much pressure. I mean, this looks like it's ELITE8's game to win.
Yes, and while you were speaking, actually 4 members from Ventura were taking down, leaving only Developing alive. So they are now pushing on to this bot lane. Whew. And they got
the ace. I think that should be the ticket home. I think ELITE8 can definitely push out. Look at those death timers. They're actually still pretty much in responding time. Although their armory does go down. Oh, I think the ELITE8, they want to go for the win. They're going for the Kinetic first. And Kinetic does not have any damage to deal. The front line is not protecting him whatsoever. The Wolves trying to get some damage done, but there's absolutely no chance for them to get in. This is 3 members of Elite 8 fighting, and they're just playing around with their with their food at this point.
Officialheim did try to be able to push it off, but now I think Elite 8 should back off, should they? But I think they're pretty confident they will.
Yeah, they're pretty
still
confident.
Gonna push through Jaegers and taking out the minions.
They're claiming.
Trying to get as much damage as they can. Mr. Like God.
Oh man, that's so sad.
Wow, facing the Ventura right there. And that's game.
And that is the game. Elite 8 takes the win over Ventura 1-0 in a totally swaggy fashion.
That is true.
That was absolute. They took their base at the end of there. That was like, that's like stomping their foot on the ground saying, we got this.
You had me at the word swaggy. That was pretty much,
that was
the right word for it.
That's just impressive. Impressive performance there for Elite 8. And a lot of what I heard before is that they're a very strong team. I can see why. I can see why they are considered one of the better pro teams to join this tournament today. And they just showed up how you fight off against Kinetic, even though you gave it away in the draft.
One of the things, actually 2 of the things that I think pushed Elite 8 to win is first, team fights. They know how to do it. They know when to initiate. They know when to disengage. And when it comes to objectives, they got most of the Ghost Wing. Actually, I think they got all of them.
I think they got all of the Ghost Wing. The first one was stolen.
Yeah.
By Ventura, but in the end of it, they didn't really care. I mean, they were just fighting left and right for that Ghost Wing. And that was a Ghost Wing where they sacrificed a lot just to get it.
That is true.
Basically no one got the buff, got to use the buff. So that was kind of sad to see for Ventura there. But anyway, we're gonna go back.
We're gonna go straight to another game.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the
what
next
Ventura
match.
will do. Of course, I still think they can do this. They can still get back up. It was just game 1.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, game 1 is definitely something you can swing from. We're just gonna get the. Okay, well, let's just get the teams here.
Let's just switch the teams.
Hold on.
Should Elite 8 keep up with this high performance, I think they can get a second win.
Yeah,
so
they
Ventura
definitely
should regroup, recuperate, get their objectives right, and try not to initiate unneeded team fights.
Yep.
They could just, example, 3 people could be in the middle at the bot lane. They could pick 1 or 2 enemies, and then they can just push over with the objectives. Like,
exactly.
don't overextend. Don't do anything you're not supposed to, just because it's scary and it's risky. This is a high risk, high reward type of game for me. So, right? Looking at the match earlier, right?
Looking at the match earlier, you saw that they went all in on the Kinetic, and it just didn't pan out. That was so sad to see. I was hoping to see a lot of Snowball Kinetic, but apparently we didn't get that. But we're gonna go back. We're gonna go into the game 2 draft, and let's see what they're gonna switch up.
Alright, here we go. Another ban and ANCAP. Typical bans. So,
not surprising.
Yeah,
at
let's
all.
just look at the team lineups themselves.
I actually noticed in that game, Ventura wasn't protecting their backline quite well. They had great front line with the Finn, but it just gets bypassed. I mean, you just need to protect your backline easier and not engage up too hard, and force your tank to rein back, to pull back a bit. You know, and I think that's one of the important factors as well for Ventura. Why they lost that. Grumpjaw, of course, going to be banned up. It was actually surprisingly not picked earlier, even though I think it was not banned. So
it wasn't. So most probably they're gonna use someone that Grumpjaw is good with going 1-on-1 with.
yeah, I think just because of that, they are gonna. Oh, they skipped the ban. Wow, that's surprising. So skip the ban, no problem. I think Ventura wants to leave as many options open on the table as they can. I don't blame them. I mean, you can already see why.
Yates got
gonna
banned
get
earlier, and
picked.
now he's picked just because he wasn't banned.
Isn't Yates a brand new spanking hero? I actually don't know a lot of info about Yates yet. Have you found anything about him yet?
Nada yet.
So Yates, a brand new hero, gonna be a treat for our Vainglory fans out there to watch for sure. All right, hold on.
We're just gonna look at.
All right.
I'm trying to see what kind of lineup they will have.
Yeah, because the Varia is like, I don't know. I don't know if I like this already, but they will pick Varia and Maline on the other side. ELITE8 gonna go for a pretty solid composition.
They are. Probably gonna go all out damage, just backline.
Yeah, they're really forcing the damage here. Of course, Yates is a protector, and he will have his abilities up. His abilities are basically leaping into the action and
Initiator.
yeah, initiating. Yeah. So he has a pullback with a Wolf's Maw and of course Overwhelm, Shockwave stun, AoE stun. So that's pretty important. That's gonna be very important in starting the team fights and making sure that you can protect your carries. Wow, Catherine. This is these are, I don't know
You
what's
noticed
happening
Catherine,
here.
I noticed Gwen. I'm just happy Gwen got picked up. Probably because
Oh, you like Gwen, don't you?
I do. But anyway, Gwen early game advantage. Wouldn't want her shoving you in the lane because her first and second skill can be really, really scary if you gave her that EXP, the level advantage, and everything else. Usually, Gwen could be in the back line or could be the front line. So you're going to have to. I think they should take down Gwen first. Should anyone initiate a team fight? I mean.
Yeah, and I'm actually a bit surprised here.
I saw
for
hover over
both of
Adado
these
earlier.
teams. Churnwalker gonna get picked up here. I'm a bit surprised that came through. So
Maybe it's because of the missed ban.
maybe. I mean, so much was left open. That was just disgusting. Actually, ELITE8 gonna be a. Okay, what happened?
So we got exited from the game. Hold on, guys.
Let's just give it a
we
moment.
already see the composition. So
Yeah, we
there's
already
that.
see the compositions. That shouldn't be too big of a problem here. So I'll start it up again. Huh. Tanky lineup. They have a Lance and they also have a Yates. I did not expect ELITE8 to really pick that up right away. So
They're probably opting for a full damage, go all out, just attack the enemy type of.
yeah, even
lineup,
even their tanks are like super strong already. So wow, ELITE8 definitely showing up big in this draft.
They really want to win this. They want to end the game. So
Let's wait and see though. So Churnwalker, why was Churnwalker picked? That's a big question. I mean, how good is Churnwalker? That's I mean, you don't see him a lot. I watched so many tournaments, and it got perma-banned to the point that I don't actually.
you don't know why.
I don't know why. They've been discussing it a lot. The Churnwalker is basically, wow, skill shot hook, and it slows the victims that are gonna get hooked, and then you also have Torment, who yanks victims toward. So it's basically all hook.
Yes.
It's hooks.
Basically,
is
if
hook
in a
city.
team fight, a group of enemies or someone tries to escape, that's when Churnwalk shines.
Yeah, of course. Churnwalker channels. The ultimate is Churn Trespass, and
The ultimate is Churn. Nani?
stun. The ultimate is churning. Basically, he gets all the enemies that are hooked in or chained together, and they stun them. So a lot of basically full control here for the team that has the
AoE.
Churnwalker. Seriously, why do they why do they keep exiting the draft? I am
Maybe because of internet problems.
yeah, they
It
might be having
happens,
internet
right?
problems because it is a bit rainy here in the Philippines. So
It is.
again, thank you
storm.
so much, guys, for being here. Again, this event is sponsored, of course, by Aces, and brought to you by Brand Pro.
And okay, they're picking again. So thoughts
Picking
about
again.
both of their compositions. I could see that you're leaning more onto ELITE8.
But yeah, of course, ELITE8 has this in the bag if we're talking composition. I mean, Ventura has the Churnwalker, they have the Vora, and they have the Gwen. also Glaive, right? So maybe there is a point of the fight where Ventura will win, especially since they have Arden, which can
They do.
fight in the mid game quite well.
Yes. Yeah.
But in a lot of stages of the fight where Lance is going to be a big question of how the Lance engages as well as this Yates. I mean, I already give it to Elite 8. So we'll have to wait and see if they can play around the Lance, if they can play around the Yates initiations, and if they can get to the Maline. That's going to be the winning game here
The winning game. Okay.
for Elite 8.
Elite 8. Whew, promising analysis right there. So I'm curious and excited to see how Elite 8 will pull this off. But again, it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game because, again,
They're kind of on, in my eyes, they're kind of on par when it comes to composition. Just because we have this things such as early game advantage, mid game advantage, and then late game advantage. Should the game actually go up until late game?
yeah, and I completely agree. So we're going to go into the Sovereign's fold, as our friend Nomad would say. No, this is Sovereign's Rise. And welcome, guys. It is Vainglory 5v5 for the mobile esports arena for the month
Alrighty.
of September.
First match, first game again went to Elite 8, but we will see how Ventura will be able to pull things now.
Yeah, Ventura has a lot of room. They have a lot of team fighting to do if they want to get back in. Because of course Varha is also really good in 5v5 team fights. Like I think what will happen here, they are forcing each other quite effectively, and they're putting up a lot of pressure.
I can actually see that they probably should force the ult out on Churnwalker.
Yep.
Just because you wouldn't want him using that at the right time. Like imagine if you're all really low on health and the enemy team has like skills up and then Churnwalker goes in, right? That's
Yeah.
really scary.
And because while all that was happening, Crystal Trent gonna be locked in here as a small ward. I think right now Nemo, Nemo, Elite 8 does have a lot of pressure. They do have a lot of pressure in their hands right now, especially with since they got the Maline pick. So they're utilizing that very well and sneaking around Ventura here. Sneaky, going into the weapon trend.
They're doing what they did earlier, like doing smart map rotations, and should anyone be at a side, they're just gonna take him down.
Yeah, here we go. Utilization of that Yates. They have no answer at all. They're gonna fight in their side of the jungle. Oh man, Ventura taken very low once more. And this is just Elite 8 playing so confidently. Fast 2-0 here for Elite 8.
Gwen did try to snipe at least a few of them, but it just wasn't enough. Two of
Yeah.
his teammates already went down. That was really unfortunate.
Yeah, so much damage potential here for Elite 8 that even Yates, as a tank and as an initiator, just did so much work in that fight. Kind of makes you wonder, why was this not banned? And this hero is definitely ban-worthy, and I think
Now you know why he keeps on getting banned.
Yes, exactly, and that's actually a really good answer there. So the Glaive is something that hasn't really fought into the fights just yet, so something that we have to look forward to.
Have to look forward to.
How good is this Glaive gonna be on developing?
Wait for him to get enough EXP and get up the levels. I'm pretty sure we're bound to see why.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Glaive already has a lot of gold in his pockets from not participating in those team fights. By sure his teammates are like,
Cutting off some slack, he was farming.
Yeah, I'm sure his teammates have a plan why they allowed that to happen. But of course, Team 8, Elite 8.
Elite 8, yeah.
Oh my god. Elite 8 is also...
What team were you talking about?
Elite also has a lot of potential here on the... Especially, jeez, wow. They have been winning every team fight that they have been taking. And of course, gold lead is around 3.6k now. So, Silver Nail becoming a very free farming basically on the bot lane.
I think Silvanil gets banned just because he's scary when he shoves other lane. Also, his ability to like clear the wave really fast
Yeah.
is something you wouldn't want to see, given that sometimes if in the early game and you're against him, and you might want some minions at your side.
Yes, exactly. So definitely not someone you want to just fight off in the middle of the fight alone. So we're waiting up. We're waiting up here for ELITE8. They are going pretty aggressive. That double ward drop definitely gonna be in sync.
Restoration gets sniped. It got
Oh
sniped,
my
gets pulled
god.
in. Will this be the end of Restoration? I really think so. And he goes down.
And this
That,
is
that
why.
was a smooth kill. That was really fast.
Yeah, this is why ELITE8. You do not fight head on. They have the Yates to pull you back, and once that does happen, the Lance will follow up with an Impale, and you will not be able to exit. So again, big problems here popping up for Ventura.
You can see ELITE8 again. This roughly 5 minutes into the game, they have the advantage, and I'm looking at the levels. Not much a level advantage, but when it comes to EXP though, of course, they do have the upper hand.
Yeah, that's actually quite big. They're getting a lot of the experience as well as getting the gold, and so all the advantages again. Everything's heading towards a 2-0 here, but of course, game's not done yet.
Yes.
What's the game? What's the game plan here for Ventura if they want to make it back?
Talk. Just kidding. DM them. But I
Wow.
think one of the things they could have done is group and match the map rotations ELITE8 is doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit getting harder and harder as time progresses. 1v2 here on the bottom lane for that Lance. Gonna be 3v1, and I don't think they can do it. I don't think they can dive quite well. Churwalker gonna pull him back a bit. But of course, there's still a lot of pressure here
Are we
that
gonna
is
see a
not
3v1?
answered.
Nope, not at all. He did not want to commit, but he did wait for his teammates, and here we go, probably gonna
Okay.
see another team fight.
Here's another team fight. Oh my god, Ventura gonna get crumpled up like paper together. No problem there whatsoever. Navaria late for the party, and he is just gonna get chased down here. Multiple members of ELITE8 still threatening a tower dive.
When I say that ELITE8 gets kills so easily, I did not mean this easily. It was so smooth, so on point.
Yeah,
it didn't even last like 6 or 7 seconds.
that was just disgustingly fast here for ELITE8, and I don't know. As this game is drawing and longer, it's getting weirder and weirder. The team fights that ELITE8 can win are becoming harder to fight. Harder to see. Because I think ELITE8 just has all the tools that they need. Look at that restoration.
being hooked,
Sorry, there you go.
and probably gonna go down.
And he does go
Double
down.
impact, and 24 did try to help, but they won't commit.
Oh!
Varia goes down.
That was just disgusting there from the Maline. Oh man, like I said, this is sounding like a fast game, and I'm not surprised at all. ELITE8 definitely showing that they do have the makings of a really strong esports pro team.
Yes.
They're showing that up right now, and they take the turret down. 12-0, they have not given up a kill this whole game.
We can see how powerful their lineup is just because of the damage input and how in sync they are as a team. Like when it comes to team fights, they don't let Churnwalker get the advantage that we all know.
Yeah, exactly. And they just play so well. Even though there are like some of the team fights, they're like playing at 10% or 20% HP. They don't care. They're very coordinated. Lance goes down.
Definitely low on them. It goes down. Restoration here at the middle. 3v1. What will we do? Trying to escape, but gets sniped down and probably gonna go down as well.
Yeah.
He did try to sustain himself as much as he can, but it just wasn't. No.
Yeah, it was unlikely that anything was gonna happen there. You have a Lance and you also have a Yates. There was no escape if I was there. So again, strong showing here for ELITE8. That 3-man composition could actually take down 3 or 4 members here for Ventura. So they're, I don't know, as time's progressing, they're losing out in everything. They're losing out on buff objectives. They're losing out on map control. Turrets are falling left and right. They're getting towered though. Answers are getting harder and harder to come here for Ventura.
I can see that they're utilizing the advantage and the skills Yates have, because Yates is never alone. And speaking of Yates, here we go. They are targeting the Ghost Wing.
Yep, Silver Nail gonna be on the side, kiting for them. Ghost Wing will be secured. Silver Nail does take down the Churlwalker as well. Really easy game here for Elite 8. Man, that was they used one hero
Yes.
to zone out an entire team. Look at this. It might get collapsed on here. I don't know. That might have been an overextension, and the perfect record goes down. 18-1 though, so they do secure the Ghost Wing, but they did pay up Silver Nail's life for that. He did play super aggressive, Mawar Hitam, and that was... He played with fire for way too long and got burned.
And 3-for-1 trade in favor of Elite 8.
Oh, there you go. Another is strong.
Both get silence, developing, trying to get away. Restoration, waiting and trying to support. Will they engage? I don't think they should. Wait for another teammate. Get 24, trying to take in. Gets trying to snipe. Oh, okay.
They're even playing around with towers at this point. Look at that. The Vorha not even dishing out any damage at all to the front line. Yes. He gets hooked in. Oh my god, that is so bad. He actually might go down, but no. He will get away with some of his life though, and again,
smart positioning from Irenophobia, because we could see both of his teammates were really low, but he immediately went in front of them just so he's sure that they won't get as much skills as they should.
Yeah, and I think that's also very important to just, you know, keep doing that. Just keep trying and front up as much as you can, but at this point, even the frontliners are starting to look like marshmallows to the composition of... there you go. Even Elite 8 can snipe off from that far of a distance with the Silver Nail. Although he does have very low... he doesn't have enough at this point, so they should back off. I think Elite 8 should back off. But wait, man, they're still going.
They killed one first before. I don't think they're planning to back down anytime yet.
Gauntlet does get brought down by Arden, but will it result in anything?
Gets rooted. Like Official Hand trying to get as much damage as he can, developing here at the back line, trying to dish out as much damage as he can, but restoration developing slowly backs away. Nice play from Elite 8.
It is beautiful to watch Elite 8. Oh, they're taking team fights and juggling tower aggro so easily. I love watching them fight.
That is true, but you know, one of the things you might want to look out for when you're up until Elite 8 is you do not overextend, because if you do, that is what happens. And
disgusting.
MR Tan slowly gonna snipe the camera, didn't want to commit. We saw what happened when two of his team members did try to overextend a bit.
And that's exactly what did happen right there. Ventura being forced to stay on their side of the map, while the rest of Elite 8 gonna be going towards the Ghost Wing. Fast capture, solo DPS there by Silver Nail.
Smooth
as silk, no problemo whatsoever, and this should prompt them to go for that ever strong push that they're going for here.
It's funny because earlier they were roughly at the front of the enemy space, and then they backed off to get the Ghost Wing, and now they're back. They're gonna push again. So Ventura might want to they're being smart, of course, but be more careful and be more witty when it comes to the next upcoming team fight. Like snipe one or two enemy first.
Yeah. Speaking of team fight, Black Claw getting dove in. Oh man, they're not playing. They're playing around with fire there, and that's gonna be a double kill here for Elite 8. They're still going for the Black Claw as well. 32-2, and that's an ace here. Really quick games, really quick kills here coming out for Elite 8. This should be game.
This should be game. They got Black Claw to extra push, extra aggro, extra take down the turret.
Extra everything.
Extra everything.
It's gonna tank up the turrets for sure. They also have. Don't forget, they still have that Ghost Wing buff, and man, they will burn through towers like there's nothing here.
Still high in health. Black Claw still high in black combo.
Yes, definitely.
Anyway, still high in health. Ventura still trying to dish out damage as much as they can, but we can see
Oh my
look at
god!
the team plays.
They're getting pulled in.
1-2 skill, someone goes down.
Arena gonna even go down, but it's not gonna matter. ELITE8 taking down every single member of
That is
VENTURA.
another ace. This is probably game.
This definitely will be game again. Congratulations, ELITE8. Clean 2-0 here from VENTURA.
GGWP.
And that is how you close out a game. 32-2
Beautiful.
at the end of that fight. Beautiful gameplay there
Yes.
by ELITE8.
But what are your thoughts about VENTURA though?
VENTURA, they really need to step up in terms of coordinating the team fights. I think there are a lot of team fights
Map rotations too, because I think we saw how ELITE8 was efficient when it comes to map rotations,
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
And that I think that's the reason why they were able to pick out so much members of VENTURA, and they were like not giving them the XP they needed, not just for the waves and stuff like that, but more on the team fights and killing enemy type of EXP.
Yeah. So again, great game there by ELITE8. Let's see. I look forward to watching them forward in the bracket. So playoffs will be coming up shortly. But again, don't forget. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, this is the mobile Esports Arena. Of course, Vainglory tournament for the month of September. I'm Rockhart.
And I am Yuko.
We'll be right back. Don't go away. Don't touch that browser.
Just stay there.